Lights on the wall, coffee gone cold, finger on the trigger, heart runs bold. Tick tock tick, red turns green. Is this that flip or the start of a scene? Every candle feels like a question. Every heartbeat bets on direction. I'm caught in the curve of the line, right on the edge of the sign. Oh, turn or trend, they both bend, riding that swing till the very last, stand up and down. Again, are we in a storm or a perfect friend? Turn or trend, they both bend. I can feel it in the air like wind blow right through. Break then blend, I just wanna dance it out. Turn or trend, screen glow bright, midnight dance. One more move, one more chance. Stop lost tight, but my hope runs wide. Do I bail right now or let this ride? Every signal talks like it knows me. Every move could crown me or ghost me. I'm tracing the arc in my mind, chasing the shape I can't find. Hey, turn or trend, they both bend, riding that swing till the very last, stand up and down. Again, are we in a storm or a perfect friend? Turn or trend, they both bend. I can feel it in the air like wind blow right through. Break then blend, I just wanna dance it out. Turn or trend, spin that doubt, round and round. Hear that hush in the crowd. Is it just a twist or the start of a run? I'm lost in the gust, but it feels like fun. Oh yeah. Turn or trend, they both bend, riding that swing till the very last, stand up and down. Again, are we in a storm or a perfect friend? Turn or trend, they both bend. I can feel it in the air like wind blow right through. Break then blend, I just wanna dance it out. Turn or trend. Oh.
Good morning, everybody. Sound check, mic check, all check. Let me know if everybody's good. Let's see how everybody's doing. Let me know, please. Let me go here. Channel. Let me make sure I got myself going here. Looking good. Okay. All good. Good morning, Cheryl. How's everybody doing? Okay, I have a whole bunch of new stuff to show you. Wayne, I have no idea. That is not anything I am involved with. Why have you not had any response? It's March 7th. That's quite a long time. They respond within 24 hours. You need to put in a ticket and ask them what the story is, and to find out what happened. Are you in any kind of a jurisdiction that they don't take credit cards from? I doubt it, because they wouldn't have processed you. So this is clearly just a matter of support, and they're usually very good. They respond right away. So I would just put in a fresh ticket and mark it. Okay. Good morning, Bob. Good morning, Peter. Everybody, how we doing? I got a lot of cool things to show you, by the way. So first of all, I updated the dots only to the F17A. So everybody please upload and delete the old one. The very latest version is F17A. There's one little difference there that's kind of very cool. On the 8 SMA, let me just close the ORB dot. Sorry, let me close this one, and then you'll see on the 8 SMA there is this value called PPP delta. That is a way for me to finally figure out if we are in trend or chop, or we're basically if we have motion or no motion. And what this does is it takes the default value, in this case 10 periods back, right, and calculates how much forward or backward movement. So it's sort of like the close from 10 periods back to now. If it's 10 points or more, what is that in basis points for the instrument? And if it's more than 5 basis points of forward or movement up or down, the label will be green. If it's less than that, if it's total chop, let me show you what this looks like if I go into replay mode. Here we are in replay mode, and you see PPP is red. It's just 1 basis point. It's just like, let me walk you through. This shows you zero effing movement, zero movement, zero movement, zero movement, zero movement. Where this is interesting and valuable is watch. See how this turned green and we got a dot? That's our signal that there is trend happening. We get long on the dot and the first green move on the PPP, and we get the move up, hopefully. Let me see. Oh, where is this? Yeah, this is the move up, I guess. We came in here and it moved, it moved from, 38 to about 50, about a 10-point move. That's all you can really expect. In Asia is about a 10-point move, or London, this kind of very flat market. But this additional input, very, very valuable to just basically, when we're flat, completely flat like this, you just, you ignore the dots. The dots are useless when there's no price progression. Yes, I think, most people who are trading with me can totally understand what the value of this thing is. So this is built now into the dots only, but it obviously, I think, it's going to be it's built into the ORB, which is where it's really, really valuable. And this is the ORB showing you London session highs, so on and so forth. We're actually approaching London session highs again. And one of the trades that I love to do is the failure trade. So it makes a session high and then it doesn't make a fresh session high. I'm actually watching this to see if it'll make a fresh session high and fail after that. And if that's the case, we're going to try and just short it off the highs for a quick fade. I'm going to trade my eval with you guys today because we're going to really, really bang around on the. Let me just take off the replay mode. We're really going to bang around on the account, and I want to bang around on my eval that has the large. So we're making fresh London session highs. If you are a true momentum trader, you could take this for continuity. As a matter of fact, let's do that. Let's see if market wants to see if there's continuity. Certainly the third one there. I mean, I really, I'm actually very loath to take multiple session highs. Do you see that the price progression is good, 13 basis points, which means we're really moving forward. Let's take it. What the hell? This is in my eval. We'll run it that way and see if we can get any kind of just forward movement off the progression high. But the real trade that I'm interested in is the fade trade, where it comes off the session high. So we'll see if we can get that going too. I will be publishing the ORB shortly, and I already have the ORB playbook all ready for you. If you want to kind of look at the sneak preview of all the rules, here is here's the link. Feel free to here. I will show you what that looks like. You see what that looks like? It's a it's the full playbook with all the descriptions and logic and everything else. Very similar to the dots playbook, in full form. Obviously, it doesn't have visual examples, which I'll be working on later. But we'll deal with those later. But it gives you all the rules, and you guys can kind of understand the rules. I'm going to publish the ORB probably tomorrow. so everybody will have access to it. Default for what? Okay, I'm going to exit out this London session trade and see if I can fade it out a little bit. What do you mean? Show my settings where? Which settings are you talking about, Ben? Let's see. Why is my camera I can't get my camera? I think I need to cover it up like this. I seem to be out of camera shot here. Here we go. Okay. Now I'm a little more centered. You guys can see me. Okay. All right. So here we go. One of my favorite setups, a failure of London session high, actually. Let's sell this. If it stops me out, we'll just, try again. If I nailed the session high right now, I can then add to my position for a further short. So we made London session high 3 candles ago and have not been able to hold it, right? Made fresh highs, but have not been able to hold it. We are still pushing higher though. So we'll see if I'm a little bit, premature, which is fine. Whenever you're trying to do whenever you're doing the session fade move, you can be premature, and especially, if you got a strong move here. So makes another London session high, might take me out here on this trade, and we will rename. Okay, guys, I really don't understand. 17 does not have ORB. None of them are going to have ORB. ORB is going to be a separate, totally separate additional script. You see, it's overlaid. I have 2 of them. It's too much code to put into 17. ORB is going to be published as a separate function or separate script for everybody who is a coaching member. You don't have on the 17. You should have the option for PPP. It automatically. Let me see. Where is this? Show SMA line, show trend line filter. Make sure those are clicked, and that will have everything in there. Here, I'll close the high. This is what you guys should be seeing on the 17. Okay. Oh, stopped out. Okay, fresh session highs. We're gonna just look for for a new set of failures here, and see if we can get a toe hold on a reversal trade. A really strong move here actually. But one of the interesting things, by the way, you'll see is this PPP delta. After it goes green, it will almost always go red, which means it will be in a stall position. So it always just sort of expands and then just sort of chops, which gives you the ability to you can only access 15. Delete the 15. Go back to the to your invite only scripts and re-add it. Okay, then log in, log out. You need to log in, log out of Tradingview. All right, this failed. We see we didn't make a fresh London high, London session high. So this was London session high. This was not. So now I'm trying to trade the secondary failure mode here. And if I get a red dot, I will add to the position. In our sort of Vince protocol way, we're going to add to the winners, or add to when the position is going our way. So 23 seconds left. If we're still in this mode, I'm going to add to it. Okay. Secondary add. Keep the stop here. Targets here. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if it'll come into us. Really strong move, man. Wow. Might take us out again. Fresh London session high. Okay. Getting a little bit clipped, but not too badly. Try it again. We'll try it again. We'll see if we can get another, we have to be patient for another failure. This always takes a few attempts. And you just have to be very, very patient. We're trying to pick the tops. Yeah, or you can refresh your TradingView window, right? You just have to refresh it, or just log in, log out. All right, this one seems to be another failure setup. Let's see if we can get into it. Very, very strong trend here. Probably should have gone all the way, with the trend, but I'm just not a good trend trader. For those of you guys who are, this will be very, very helpful. You can just trade every high breakout. 7 seconds left. Looks like the candle is going to stay, so sell. All right, now we're going to wait and see if we get movement our way. See if we can catch it. Okay, 40 seconds left. Getting a red dot. Getting a purple dot. $28 seconds. Oh, fresh London session high. Nope. A failure, but no downward movement. And we pressing up. Third clip. Okay. All right. Let's give it one more time, and then we'll quit trying to pick tops for the time being, because this is obviously a super, super strong trend to the upside. So the reversal trade may not be working. This is my last go around here. That's 74 to 66. This actually just missed. It was like just a few ticks more. Let's see. Not at a small cost, because I'm trading very, very tiny positions. So I have lots of, and I'm trading in my 50,000 eval. So so far the bleed has only been about $60, $70. So not anything remotely expensive. Like, like every setup, it works and it fails. You have to know when it, you have to know when it fails. You have to know when it works, and you have to trade accordingly. I mean, you have to accept the fact that setups are going to fail and budget accordingly. All right, here's the London session high, 17 seconds left. This one does not print a label. We are coming up to the 25,000. It feels like they really, really want to run it. Nope, it's printing a label, so we're going to let this one go. See if they want to run this to 25,000. It's really, really strong move. You know, obviously if I joined the move, it would have been a great, great straight up move here. I'm just not a great continuation trader at the highs. I like to fade the highs and the lows. But for you guys who are trading momentum, this is super, super clean trades here. Just big, big rally. And we're going through the 25,000. Fresh London session high. Let's see if that's going to give us the toe hold for a little bit of a reversal. So we're printing all these London session highs. I don't know what that means, Ben. What do you mean by cycle the 8 EMA line? Fresh London session high. So we stand back, we stand back, we stand back. Through the 25,000, really big squeeze, really, really big squeeze. Hopefully we'll get a good toe hold over here. We'll see. All right, this is the label. Let's see if we make session highs or fail at this level. "31 seconds left." I'm going to come in a little early. See if I can get a little bit better execution on this. Coming in. If this holds, I'll add to the position. All right, adding to the position. Let's see if we can meet us halfway here. Getting clipped out. Okay. All right. That was my third try. London session high, fresh highs. We're going to leave this account alone because clearly I'm wrong on this. We'll go to the funded account and try it there once we get one more time. I'm going to give it one more shot here. It's really, really strong. Very kind of shockingly strong. This is like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 labels. And I know I missed the full upside move here, but now is not the time for me to join it the other way around. I'm taking a probative move here, 64 against the highs. Wow, Jesus. I am wrong. Okay, I am wrong. No, no picking tops here today. Should have gone with the momentum. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is wait until this closes through here. I'm going to, let me see if I can go to the point of control. Okay. This is what I want to do. I think for us to really trade this properly, we need the point of control on the trade. Yeah, real. No, it's not. The dot strategy is working, Tony. I'm fading the dots. I'm fading the dots, which is my own fault. The dots themselves are showing you buys, 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 buys. I just me. I hate trading continuation. Okay, so I've added point of control in here to help me find the flip. Did it come in? I'm going to sell this here. So it's close enough. And if it comes down, I'm going to add some more here. If this closes below the point of control, I'm going to add to the position. The other thing is, I think we need to get back to 80-80 because now the volatility is New York session, so we can trade wider stops targets. So let's see. Nope, has not cleared the point of control. I need that thing to close below it in order for me to add. No, not yet. I'm going to try and release it tomorrow, guys, to everybody. Yeah, 17As is the latest version for everybody to get. All right, can we break the point of control? There we go. I'm going to close below that. Okay. Going to keep this here. Give us. Oh, look at that! 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 Looky! 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 You mock me, Tony. You mock me, and yet I come out victorious. Actually, I like it when Tony always mocks me because it's always the period when I come out of ashes. Yeah, Mohammed, you can ask any questions you like, as long as they're trading related. Anyways, I think that was the key thing that we needed to do. Oh shit! Hang on a second. Wait, guys, hang just one sec. I'll be right back. I just got to check something. Just bear with me. I'm gonna go off camera for just one sec, and I'll be back. Fuck, where is this? Okay, I'll be right back. Just give me a sec. Marsha here? Marsha's here? Hi. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure you're okay. My kids are here. Only their time's fine. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Anyways, as I was saying, that was, I think, maybe the missing ingredient for us. Tony's cracking up, which was a very cool function for us in terms of picking, like when you're picking tops or bottoms, point of control is a really, really key function. We're making New York session highs now, like really, really pushing through the new thing. We should probably be trading it. Sorry, I was away from this. So this is a, obviously pure momentum trade here. If you guys want to take the pure momentum trade, 16 basis points, really, really lots of movement here. Clearly the market, I don't know, but did we win the war in Iran? What's going on here? Why is everybody so bullish all of a sudden? It's like a massive short squeeze before we even started today, which is really interesting. Actually, let's go back. I want to go back to my eval account. Let's go back to my eval account. Let's trade that properly again now. So 1 second, New York session high, buy, coming off the New York session highs. Let's see if we can get a little bit of movement here. Trading now with 2020s because the volatility is New York volatility. But I think I might, given the fact that it's had such big extension, let me see if I can get a shorter exit on this thing. So what are we seeing on the chart here? You guys are not seeing this, obviously, but I'm going to help you with it. The ORB is showing us that we made fresh New York session high. The price prep, there we go. We got that done. Nice. And I guess you could if you're I really have a hard time trading momentum, but you could just, every time it's making a fresh session high, you could follow it because it's obviously the breakout trade. in about half an hour, we're going to get the ORB lines coming up here. But what I also have, if you want to fade this, if you want to sort of be comfortable in trading the top of this thing, is the point of control line. This is the point of control line comes into play when you break the low of the most recent breakout dot, right? So in this case, the most recent breakout dot is this one, the green one. And the idea here is if you actually manage to close below the dot, you broke the fever of the upward movement, and you have confidence that you can get a reversal signal coming in. And until you do that, like I wasn't using that before, and the moment I used it, the trade worked really, really well. So it's a very, very oh, that's not Mohammed. Those are not questions I can answer. I don't answer individual questions. I only answer questions regarding trade, our trade strategy. What I was going to say, so using that tool that's within the dots only range zone is kind of very, very helpful with the ORB overlay. It tells you where everything is, and it tells you when the session highs have their fever broken, and you can take a reversal candle. Chris, what's Boris with an asterisk mean? So, my thought was like, hey, let's just take any candle that doesn't make fresh New York session high. But I think it's much better to have the confirmation here of the point of control, because this could just be consolidative, right? We've had very, very big movement. The trend labels showing us still a very, very strong label. We're starting to going to consolidate a little bit. I spelled my name wrong. Huh. Oh, that's fine. Oh, bored. Bored. So you see this type of trade action basically telling you that we've had a breakout and we're consolidating. It's not at all clear that we are just pausing for a fresh move higher. But having this, why is this? Is this? Oh, I know what it is, guys. I think. I think there's a Ben. I think you caught. Let me make sure I have it right. What the fuck is this? Oh, Ben, I know. There's a small bug in this PPD. The PPD is actually, this is the correct PPD. If I were take this away, no, PPD is 10. That's right. I know what's happening. This is showing this is the last 5. This is the last 5 bars. It needs to show the last 10 bars. Okay. Sorry. Let me see if I could fix this. Still haven't broken this. Let me see if I can go into the settings. If I have to. Where's the PPD settings? Oh, it's not exposed. Yeah, guys, don't worry. I'm gonna update this. Still has a little bit of a bug in here because the proper look back period should be 10, not 5. That's why it's all over the place. We're gonna use if I take this off, this is the proper look back period. So we're consolidating, sitting fresh highs. By the way, notice that if I'd taken any of these trades, I would not nowhere be near being able to get the reversal. We're still haven't broken this point of control line, which is where we need to really create a true reversal. What this is basically showing you is that the last 5 periods have seen no forward progress at all. It's all been very, very flat. It's right at the bottom of the settings in this one, like all the way at the bottom. Oh yeah, point of progress. Sorry, that's what it is. We need to just set that to 10. So I set it to 10 as a sorry. If you set it to 10, it actually does show a little bit of progress, but on a 5 line, it's kind of very, very flat. Really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, because of this, it's the movement from here. Although no, it should be. That's a really big movement. I guess maybe it's trading from here. It's still taking from here. Still using that as a thing. This is going to fall off very soon, and the progress meter is going to show much less of a value. I had it set to 10 in Asia. I think maybe in North America you want to set it to 5. Okay, we finally got the break here of point of control. Let's see if this is going to do anything for us. 6 seconds left. If it holds the point of control, let's see. It's got to stay below 70. All right, and now if it goes down, we'll add to the position. If it retraces back, we want to keep our stop actually at session highs. We've got to give ourselves the proper stop move here. And now, now you see it finally dropped off. I think this was the last value because of 10, and now you see that really for the last 10 periods, it's been super flat. And what you will see with this thing is that it starts expanding to green, kind of gets up to 10, 15 bips, and then starts to flatten out. And the cool thing about kind of looking for trend breakouts, one way or the other, up or down, is when it's after a flat period, it creates a green label, 5-6 basis points, and a dot. That's usually a very good sign that there is going to be now forward movement, either upward or downward on the play. Yeah, I know, Georgie. It's like you got to trade with what you're good at. But the momentum has died right now. And what I'm trying to tell you is that there is no momentum. So you absolutely should not be trading momentum at this point. I'm still trying to just see if I'm really not trading counter momentum. I'm just trying to catch the reversal on this top. So far not succeed. I did succeed very well on the earlier clip over here, but so far this is a fresh momentum move, and I've not been able to. Looks like we're going to go to fresh New York session tops and take me out on a 1 lot, and then I'll reconvene myself on a larger position for hopefully a stronger move back. We'll see. See if it wants to take out the highs again. All right, so now the point of control moves over here. So if this thing breaks below this 57, that's where I will be adding my position. I'm trading 2020 in the New York session. Yeah, there's a brand new version called 17A. And there's a whole new indicator called ORB dots, which I'll be releasing tomorrow. That's an overlay to this whole idea. I actually have it suppressed now, but let's express it. Oh, this is wrong. Why is this? I don't have an ORB session. Where's the New York ORBs? Okay. Okay, fresh session highs. All is good. All is good. Wow, look at this, guys. It's really, it's clearly a huge ramp. And I'm sorry, I'm missing the ramp because I'm not trading the momentum, which I should be with you guys. Those of you guys who are trading momentum are killing it. And I'm trying to pick the top here. Pretty futile. Should have just simply traded momentum. It's very unusual that we get like this big momentum move in the first half hour of the trade, which probably means that the next half hour will be a little bit more consolidative, so we can try and hopefully see if our trades work then. It seems like a natural level to pause. 84 is the point of control here for us on the sell side. But I'll be the first one to admit I am completely ignoring a lot of really good strong trades. If you go into the replay mode, oh, hang on, let me just make sure this is not going to break the point of control. Okay. If you go in the replay mode, and as I kept telling you, if the label is green and you're having green dots coming up. So here we go, 4, 6 with a green dot. See, it goes right over here. Trade over here would have been a great trade to enter on the upside, and then it just explodes more and more and more. So I'm kind of really ignoring the upside trades. My apologies. Back is feeling better. Thank you. Not 100%, but definitely feeling better. What's the any news here, man? Let's see what we got. Nothing. It was really interesting. There was a Al Jazeera piece yesterday, of all things, that talked about how Iran is getting destroyed, which was interesting. All right, we're hugging session highs, and there's we're just going to stay very, very patient to trying to find the reversal trade. You guys know I trade best when I stick to my setup rather than chasing the setup that you guys have. I mean, this is a great momentum setup. I'm just not a strong momentum trader. I like taking momentum from the bottom, but I have a hard time taking momentum from the top. All right, point of control here at 103. If we shorten our duration on the PPP delta to 5, which I think is probably a good idea in New York session. I think what you do is in Asia, you keep it at 10, and in New York, you keep it at 5. Where's my PPP thing here? There we go. You get a cleaner reading of, okay, oh, we broke it, sorry, sell. All right, we short here against this move, and if it starts to accelerate, I'm going to add to the position. Ali Larijani. Oh my God, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not paying attention to your things. That's a huge kill. That was the head of the IRGC. No wonder this is, yeah, they're really, really decapitating them. Wow. They must have had some serious intelligence there. So that's why we had such a big move. Okay, makes perfect sense. 8-9. I'm going to add to this and see if we can get a little bit of juice here just on a reversal move. Stay up here. All right. And okay, so my apologies for missing the whole rally. And those of you guys who are trading the rally, you probably did great. But the thing that I kind of wanted to emphasize is, if you're committed to whatever process you're doing, the important part is to be patient and let the process work itself out. The process that I like to trade, and you certainly don't have to, a lot of guys in the room trade much better than I do, is the reversal process. And the key part of the reversal process is kind of twofold. First, you have to break the point of control off the highs. Secondly, if you get confirmation, you add to the position. So what was happening is, when I think I had a situation where this broke it and then it came back up, I got stopped on 1. But then when I came back here, I got made on 2. And that's the other key thing. That's what we call the Vince protocol, after Vince Kuhn, who runs Apex, who always says that the key thing here is to add to the winners. And it's really, really true. The drawback of this approach, and you have to, and I'm getting much more comfortable psychologically with it, is that you have a lot of small losers and you have big winners that completely bring everything back. But you basically, the way it works is you like lose, win big, versus the other way where you win small, lose big, right? With a very negative risk reward ratio. The negative risk reward ratio is very, very attractive psychologically, but it actually far less efficient from a profitable point of view. So, like today, I was experimenting with a lot of different things, trying a lot of different things, missing a lot of entries. And this account, which my funded account, drew down like $200, but I stayed to that concept of like small losses only come into the big wins. And as you can see, I brought it all the way back. And in many ways, coming back from a loss is much, much better than winning, because anybody can, on any given day, if you're in sync with the market, you can win. The much, much harder thing is when you're not in sync with the market, to come back from there to like scratch or even, because that means that you have the ability to withstand adverse moves. So it's actually not the moving average. So Ben, it's literally the price. There's zero derivatives in there. The PPD is calculated by X periods back. In this case, I'm using 5 periods back because I want super, super strong sensitivity. And it takes the price, the close of 5 periods back, compares it to the close now, and says how much has it moved over the whole value of the instrument in basis points. And if it's moved 5 basis points, that's forward progress, or that's good progress. And if it's moved in less 5 basis points, it's basically stationary, right? So what you're seeing now is price being stationary. Wow. Wait, Astrology, you down 9 copying, then you made 600 up. So now you cut your losses to a lot. That's very good. It's very good. I'm sorry you were copying me. I really fucked up. But we're recovering. So let's see if we can do better. Now here's the interesting part. Where it highs, the price action is very flat, right? But the point of control sits there over there at the 83 level, kind of beckoning us. If we start moving down that way, and the PP delta starts turning green, and we start getting a red dot, that's going to be a very, very decent signal for us that we have some reversal flow. If we go to fresh session highs, no, then we got nothing, and then it's we'll wait patiently for more reversal flows. Very soon we're going to get the ORB lines at 10 o'clock. They're going to show up, and we'll see how that trades out. I'm using a reversal. Rick. All right, breaking this down, starting accelerating sell. Will add if it keeps going down. He was a horrible guy. I'm really glad Israel killed him. All right, I need a dot. I really can't. I'm not going to see. We get a dot, and we started getting the green signal. I got, here we go. Sell more, because that was, it just disappeared. I mean, we got the green label, so let's see if we get a little bit more movement here. Stay against this. We'll see. Kind of stalling and maybe coming back. So the PPD is going to go against us. Fading highs on a strong news day, really stupid idea. And I'm probably going to pay the price for it. We should really be trading momentum on the move. But, I'm going to give it one more shot here. If I get stopped out, I'm going to stop doing it. But now, coming back to this sell, we'll see. Coming back to the sell level. Slope is red. It's the only, positive thing I have for me, meaning that, we're starting to sloping down. My stop might be too tight. I might just get clipped out on the stop, but let's see if I can get the reversal flows. Profit taking has got to kick in, eventually. But on strong news days, it is a stupid thing to be fading strong news flow. I didn't absorb the news as well as I should have today. Let's see something. Why is like none of the starting to kick in a little bit. I'm trying to understand why my ORBs are not showing up on the thing. It's weird. All right. And we actually did get done. Staying patient to my process worked, right? And I came back quite strong here, like $200 in the last 10 minutes to bring this account really, really nicely back to its full flow. I don't have the A level set because it's just too many setups to keep track of right now. I was trying to trade the RB levels, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know why my ORB levels are not showing up. Did I not set this? Let me just try something. It's so weird. Where's my settings? New York settings. 9. Oh, I know why. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. It should be 10. Oh, here's the Londons. I see. Okay, I know. No, okay. Now I know why. Hold on. I'm sorry. I had everything wrong. It should be on Chicago time, and it should be 8:30. Everything's got to be Chicago time because it's on the exchange time, and it's got to be 9. Okay, so there we go. There we go. So here are the New York ORB lines. Really? No. What the fuck? Okay, no. Why is this 9? Okay, still screwed up. Let's try this again. Okay. So where are the lines? Okay, here's the, oh, am I screwing, am I messing stuff up here? I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, I'm playing with my own indicator here. Session, like usually session high and normal. ORB lines. 17 to 18 on the ORBs. 2 to 3, 8:30 to 9. Session boxes, 3, 17 to 155. 2 to 825. 8:30 to 1600 or 1500. Let's do this. Okay. All right. Sorry. Now I got everything. I really got everything screwed up. Okay. This is the New York ORB up, New York ORB down, and now we can kind of follow them along. And now I can just unclip this one, and you can see everything going on here. Okay, sorry. So now it's all set up. I'm sorry, it took me a second to kind of configure everything out. So this is the ORB high, which is actually session high, and this is the ORB low. And we'll see if we can get opening range break moves up or down from this move. Now we're kind of just coming down to the mid. We did correct off the highs, as we always do, right? As we always do, and using the point of control patience really helped me time the reversal trades. So again, my whole point is, yes, I sucked at the momentum trades, but at least I stuck to my process, and you saw me really succeed in my process, which is really the most important part. It doesn't matter which side of the market you want to trade. You just got to commit to what it is that you want to do. Now, honestly, we can totally play around. Like, we're basically, this is mid. We're basically in the upper end of the range. We're certainly well above trend, right? But if you look at the New York session, we're above mid. If the slope turns green, if we start getting the green PPDs, and we start getting a green dot, it's a very reasonable trade to the upside. If we start breaking the mids, start coming back down, then we're having a more severe corrective move. But we're still very much bullish bias here. So this is, to me, a corrective phase, and using all of our tools, we can hopefully time the recovery phase. So tool number one, PPD turns green. Tool number two, what we really like to see is okay, we get the white dot, and the thing that I really want to see is I get a white dot over a green slope. The slope is still red, so it's really, I want to see all those three factors supporting a positive trade here. As I'm just going to try to scalp positions here based upon flow. So far, I have 2 out of 3. I don't have the full 3, so I actually only have 1 because I don't even have a dot. But like now, you could see how the combination of all those 3 things, slope still negative, nothing much going on here, very tight structure. My stop losses are 20-20. I'm keeping it very tight. The whole idea is, if I'm going to be wrong, I'll bleed a little. And when I'm right, I'm going to add to the position and collect a lot, which is really how, you saw me bleed this out down to 700 and bring it up almost to 900 on the account here. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's hard to see it. I have to go here. Where am I? Right there. See, that was like down to 700. But that's the whole point. And that's down 700 from a lot of, just a lot of mistakes, execution mistakes too. The idea is, and what I like about this approach, as hard as it is, for me to kind of get comfortable with it, but I see the results of it. you are inevitably going to make huge amount of execution errors, huge amount of analytic errors, all those things. And as long as you're trading small and tight, none of those errors are going to compound into a large drawdown. And then when you eventually correct your execution errors and correct your analytic errors, they will compound up. And so you're able to recover quite a lot. If you can come to terms with that approach where, you lose one, you win two, in terms of, adding to a winner, you will see much better progress on your P&L. That's what I put out that, my video yesterday. And I feel like that was a very, very important point that people don't appreciate. And I think in many ways, it's probably the most important point of trading, because we're always going to make analytic errors. We're always going to make execution errors. The key thing that you want to do is have a monetary framework or risk framework that works in your fashion all the time. So we are actually losing bid here, trying to come in, coming into mid zone, pretty much trading nowhere. Somebody said to me yesterday, you never want to trade in the middle of a tennis court. And probably true. If you think of this as like a tennis court, this is the mid. Nothing much going on here. So we're going to stay tight. If you wanted to trade pressure, you could have traded this red dot, this expanded to 14, added to this red dot. I could have done that, but I didn't, because I was looking for the price to kind of reverse. Right now, it looks like it may want to come back and test the 25,000. At which point, this is going to be the New York ORB low. We're going to try and see if it gets any kind of a bounce off the ORB low, which would be super interesting to see. Good morning, everybody. Who's new in the room here? Who has never traded with us before? Say hi to me. I have a little time, so I'm going to hang with you guys today a little bit. So we'll see. Maybe we can trade all the way into like the 11 o'clock hour. Don't diddle in the middle. Yeah, don't diddle in the middle. But for like a clean scalp trade, if you took this 53, you would have had the full 20 points. So it's not it wasn't a horrible trade, because you had a lot of, the slope was red, the dot was red, the PPD was green. Those are all things that are supporting a continuity trade, right? Continuity trade in this case being the down trade, which I could have traded this. It's and we will do this. We will do this more as we get comfortable. This tool is brand new, so I'm just trying to really understand how to use it best on intraday trade. Right, momentum broke as always. Hi Lee, how are you? Tell us where you're from. We're trading a proprietary strategy that we run in our room called BFF Dots. And we've added a overlay on it with the opening range break strategy. You can see the opening range break strategy lines over here, upside and downside. Right now, we're sort of in the middle doing nothing, but this is a scalping strategy that trades momentum with lots of input tools that we've developed ourselves to kind of help us time the entries, whether they be on the momentum side or reversal side. So if anybody who's new, the full layout of, I'm putting in both of these links. I'm putting the dots page and the ORB page. Feel free to bookmark those, so you could kind of study what it is that we do. And then if you're interested, you can always come and hang out with us and join us for coaching. So really quieted down a lot. But as quiet as it is, you see a very, very steady, clean PPD, right? That the price is making clear trend progress, actually right down to the New York ORB lows. So at this point, we got nothing to do but just simply see if we're going to come back and test them and or hold them. And I'm going to be really fascinated to see if we can if we can just, I want to see what happens if I do the momentum. That's interesting. What happens if I do the POC momentum here? These are counter trend sells. Interesting. I think I need a I think we need a fourth point of control label, and that one should be, we're obviously positive trend still above the VWAP, right? But where it breaks the counter trend high, which should be kind of interesting. So I'm going to try and do this manually right now. POC momentum will work. No, but see the POC momentum. Wait, where's the POC? Oh, you're right. Wait, will the POC momentum work? Let me see. Momo buy. Let's see. Maybe you're right. Yes, because that's gonna break the moment it turns green, the high of that is gonna work. I don't think you're right. You're right. It's not. I don't need the additional label. Coming in almost all the way down to the 25,000. They really want to test that. So it's going to be really interesting to see how that trades out over here. Let's see what it wants to do. We basically tested 25,000. You could, that would have been a cheap buy if you just sort of, buy to 25,000 for a bounce back. But there's little reason to think that that's going to be the pure bounce. We'll see. So here's Momo buy. PPD turns 6. This is the candle that I want to buy. If this candle holds, slope turns green, PPD is green, we're positive trends. So let's see if this holds, and we will try to buy this. 41 seconds left. Six, 7 seconds. We're at 45 or above. That should be okay. We're coming in. Let's see if we get any kind of flow over here, or I get a retrace move. 15 seconds left. If this holds like this, I'm going to try to add to the position a little bit. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. I'm going to take this now here. Close enough to the move. It's stalled for 3 or 4 candles, so I wasn't sure if it's going to go back. And you see the PPD now starts turning red, so we're kind of in stall mode. But now we're back to 900, right? It was hard. It took a little while. You didn't quite trade out, but it really played out beautifully in terms of all the indicators. You saw how the PPD turned green. You saw how we broke the momentum to the upside. I said this was the candle we take. This was the candle we add. It kind of stalled after that, but then it gave us just enough juice to bring us up. So that's going to be the play. I mean, when you get all those 3 things together, it really gives you very, very clean entries, right? Slope, dot, PPD, as far as all that goes. By the way, none of that is an ORB function. Like all of this is built into the dots only indicator. So you don't need the ORB for any of this stuff to work, right? What's the name of the ORB indicator? It's going to be called DOTS ORB. It hasn't been released yet. The ORB indicator is really just designed to trade session highs, session lows, and create opportunities around, around those levels. Just to give us, we haven't had any. We had a huge bunch that you guys saw where I completely missed the whole London session highs because I totally missed the news. My apologies. But intraday, when we're just walking around, the court, having these three tools at your fingertips is very, very useful. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, I just kind of played out live exactly as I narrated, which is we wanted the slope, wanted to confirm, we wanted to break. Yes, you can definitely set the PIC to Christmas labels, but I'm just not trading them because there's just too much for us to focus on. I'm just trying to trade pure dots at this point to get everybody on sync. I mean, the bottom line is the three things that really input into your buying or selling decision is dots, slope, and the PPD. If you can get all those three things lined up in one uniform direction, you do really, really well. And then, of course, the point of controls give you even a better push. Pierre, the dots guidebook is the link. I've sent this link 1,000 times in the chat. You can feel free to take a look at it. I just make sure you bookmark that link, and you can have all the information in there. And I will update. I will update it even more. And I already created the ORB playbook too, which you can download. We just don't have the. I haven't released the indicator just yet. I'm going to release it probably tomorrow. I just want to make sure that I put all the default settings proper, get everything else organized. But I think we're in good shape here. So like watching this structure now, like what would you do? So nothing, because everything is in conflict. Slope is green, but there's no dots, and the PPD is telling you there's no, the price is showing you zero movement, right? So the great thing about this, I think, at this point is if you put all these three tools together, it tells you when to stay out of trades just as easily as it tells you when to get into them, which hopefully is really useful. Let me know what you guys think. I'd love to know what you guys think about the new structure. But sometimes I create the idea, and because I have the idea, but I don't quite know how to apply it until I trade it. And it took me a while to try to figure out how to apply the PPD. But I think, I think I have a good grasp on it now of what I would be doing on the PPD structure. Like this is a decent move, and you see the PPD moving from like 2 to 4, and if it goes to 5, it really gives you a clean, clear signal. And you could use it as an input or as a hard rule. It depends on what you want to do. If you kind of get early on this, it's still very flat. We're still showing very little movement here. So I will hold off on taking it. I really want to see PPD at least at 4, if not ideally 5. And it was a good thing that I held off, right? Because the dot and the slope were just not enough. It's still showing you that it's choppy. Well, the problem with pure dots, Rick, is that you will have these zones like this. I mean, dots themselves without context can also give you lots and lots of, oops, sorry. God damn it. Lots and lots of false, because look at this. You have dots here, but they're basically flat, right? They're just flat. The actual, they're killing the highs, but then they're just coming back. There's very little forward movement. This is 60 and this is 70. It's like 10 points worth of movement. Very, very small movement. over this time frame. Whereas here you have slope and dots and movement, and here taking any of these trades just made you money. Taking these trades stalled money. This is stalled money. Taking these trades is fast money. And that's where the PPD comes in. It helps you position you for fast money, right? All right, so we increased our movement. Like now we're in sort of a better flow. What I would need now is just have a dot. If I get a green dot, I have everything I need, which is PPD, slope, dot, all of it confirming that we have some forward momentum. Not confirming so far. It's still flat. I mean, clearly the market loves the news, wants to go higher. We had lots and lots of enthusiastic buying, profit taking, and over here brought it down to 25. Not trying to bring it up. The really big question is: are we gonna run the highs again? Are we gonna run the highs again, or are we gonna come back down and try to trade the lows? And honestly, looks like we're gonna trade the lows, and I'm gonna short this because we got a red dot, we got a red slope, we got a green PPD. 43 seconds left. If this stays like this, I'm going to short this because now it becomes a clean counter trend trade. By the way, that's the other thing is PPD really helps you understand when counter trend trades are actually valuable, right? Now, nothing, it's 24 seconds left, so this whole picture can change. But if it stays like this, then it gives us a pretty decent entry. Into no, go back. See, go back to flat, which is fine because it doesn't take us into trades we don't want to be in. Yes, I'm very Japanese. Domo arigato. I am definitely very Japanese in my monomaniacal pursuit of better and better analytical tools to help us enter scalp trades and capture momentum as best as we can. Although God knows that I fuck up the New York Open today in terms of not paying attention to my own rules, but that's fine. Tomorrow we'll do that. That's the whole point of live trading. We learn and improve every day and do a better job as we go forward. All right, still pretty much dicking around, guys. So nothing to do. Yes, it's pretty detailed, Ben. The only thing that's missing is like video replays of each one of the setups, which I will make eventually, which I'd love to make. And I'm going to make the video. I'm going to make video replays of every single setup: Christmas trees, session runs, ORD runs, all of those things. And probably just narrate them by voiceover. All right, finding a little bit of support at mid-range, which is another interesting thing to look at, right? So this is the mid-range, center court. Flipping back around, slope is positive. Gold dots are positive. Just want to see PPD get a little bit more angular. There we go. Buy. Okay, so we popped up. Let's see if this is going to push us a little higher. We get a little bit more juice here, run back up to 25, 25.1. Still very crawly, not a lot of movement, but holding bid for now. Let's see. Thank you, Rick. Yes, anybody who wants the indicator simply just needs to join my coaching. Let me put the link in here. Great deal, 6 months. All right, should we add to this? Let's do the Vince protocol. Okay, we're gonna add. Let's see if we can, if the Vince protocol helps us. Broke out, maybe not. We'll see. Yeah, may not, kind of fizzed out. PPD goes red. That's probably going to take us out. And we got clipped. We couldn't quite get the push. We had the really good push on the first push, but just couldn't get the quite second push. And that's always a matter of art. Do you want to add to the? I always believe, even when I get stopped out, that adding to the position in the end is going to help you out. And I'm almost certain that by the end of the day, when I see you guys tomorrow, this will be at 51,000 on the eval. Well, as long as I trade, keep trading on my process. That's the key thing. You just have to be patient with the trades. I'm also keeping the stops very, very, very tight. Yeah, I'm glad you like it, Miguel. I think it's really, really cool. So we stalled out in front of that 25-1. Couldn't get the move. Now the red dots come into play, but the slope is still positive. So we don't trade the red dots, but it's clearly showing us. So now the slope turns negative, and we can't trade the red dots. So everything now is showing us the other way around. And the other good thing about this is a very mercenary setup. You do not you don't have a favored bias. What you do is you stay in the zone of where the price action is telling you right now. And we try to make the run, we corrected, we try to make the run, and now we seem to be losing gas. And the price action is telling us that, there's more correction to be due. Looks like they want to try to take it back down to 25,000. So I'm going to wait till we close the candle here. As long as we have the red dot, the red thing. Okay, we're short. And if we get the secondary red, we'll add to the position. Or I might get retraced. Everything is possible. I just put myself right above the high here to give myself some room. And slope turns green, which I don't like. That's not a position I want to be in. But let's see if we can bring it down below the 45 level. Can I get a dot? Can I get a dot? Give me a dot, baby. 5, 6, 7. No dot just yet. No. Still a battle. Got a dot, 24 seconds left. Let's see if we want to add to this position. Right. The market is diddling. You're absolutely right. But we're going to stay patient. Sometimes it takes a candle or two to resolve. It doesn't always, resolve on the first move. So far, everything, slope stays red. Price action is retracing, but not so much that it, that the shorts are getting squeezed. So we'll see. Like you said, we were trading mid. We have a little bit of a sell-off. Looks like they want to try to drive it. The battle here is between the 25,000 and 25,100. There's a lot of chop going on here, so we could get caught in the chop. It's always possible. Nope, just not getting any continuity. We're going to get tagged out again here, I think. Market generally, see how the price action sort of stalled and then came back into the green. The delta came into the red. We basically just made zero progress, came right back up, made zero continuity progress, and now we're just going right back up to the other side. Which is okay, like that happens. If I get tagged out, we'll bleed out, and then we'll try to bring it back up. Like I said, the bad part about this, if you are not mentally prepared, is you're going to bleed back, bring back, bleed back, bring back. The question is, where do you end up at the end of the day? And that's the most important part. You could trade this in a much more high probability way, where you just sort of say, I'm going to take like a 5-point target off this thing. Because if you took the 5-point target, you're almost always guaranteed to make bank on the trade. But then you're trading negative risk reward trades where you do lots and lots and lots of wins and a big drawdown. I'm trying to do the exact opposite, which is really painful sometimes to watch, but the end results do work much better. They really do work much better. Okay, I'm back in reversal mode. If I get a green dot here, I'm going to go back, and if I get stopped out, I get stopped out. Again, all my bleeds are I'm never coming even close to MAE drawdown, right? The worst I'm down is 150 on this position, because I'm always, last 2 times actually, I did commit to a second trade and got clipped out, which is unusual. But generally, if I'm committing to a second trade, that thing is going to work. Now I'm going to commit to my first trade here, back to the upside, because the PPD is positive, slope is positive, we're green. Okay. And you can see that, that if I was like 5, I mean, just to show you, if you guys want to see, what am I in at 84? If I drag this to 89, there's a really high chance I'm going to make this trade. Just to show you, if you want to trade this like single trade, high resolution, you could do this. You could absolutely do this. But if you wanted to, if you wanted to kind of go for the longer moves, you are going to be at the mercy of the amplitude of the market, which very often kind of stays, and then it bursts out and gives you all your P&L. So I'm trying to do something more painful, but ultimately more profitable on the positions. But we can always do super high probability. We can actually do one account that does nothing but super high probability setups, and the other one that does these sort of very longer term, bigger payout ideas. I think it's probably a really good idea actually for us to do that, because then you guys can see which style suits you best. And maybe what I want to do. What do we got? Oh shit, I'm really running late on time. I'm going to buy. Apex is still having huge. I thought Wealth Charts made an announcement saying that they're changing today. Anyways, guys, I totally forgot. So Apex still has the 85% discount. They kept it till the 20th. So what we're going to do? This is actually going to be really good. It's going to be the battle of high probability against the battle of high profit. And we'll do let's do an account here. Let's go buy an account. Because it's really still very cheap, right? Now let me go the other way. Got my own personal. Hang on a second. Let's do this. Okay, 5855636. 636. All right, we're gonna buy. I buy the trail because we don't care, because we trade so tight. We really never get hit by trail. Okay. Use BK Save, please. That will give you the big discount. Oh. See, $19, nothing, right? $19. Let's do this. Okay, I'm going to take this off screen so you guys don't see my credit card. All right, back on screen. All done. Should be ready in a little bit. And what we'll do is we'll trade that account at 80 at 80.20, and the other account at 80.80, just to see how that trades out. Let's. You guys are saying. I'm logging into Wealth Charts just to see what you guys are saying here. This is March, right? NMQ. Oh, sorry. MNQ. Jesus Christ, I'm so dyslexic. So it's June. Look at this, guys. June, right? Looks to me like you can trade June. Looks to me like you can trade June. So they do have it live. Let's see if they set up the account already. Yep, I set up the account. All right, cool. So we have like the secondary account, which we can trade high probability. Let's see if that works. PPD is price progress delta. How much has price progressed over the last 5 candles? And if it's more than 5 basis points, that tells us there's some trendiness going on. And if it's less, it means it's just simply stuck in a very, very tight range like it is right now. There is no signal here, right? Because it's stuck in a very, very tight range here. And we're actually been really, like, if you look at it, we have done very little progress here, which is why those 20-point trades failed, because the progress we made off the signals was only 5-10 points. It's just been no continuity. Market, price action just did not cooperate with what we're trying to do. And we're still, we are literally at 0 basis points. We flat as a pancake. So there's nothing, no signals, nothing going on here. I'll hang with you for another 5 minutes and then I got to go, guys. But let's see if it generates anything for us. I'm going to try and I'm going to do the just sort of show you the short trade. We'll do 2060. That'll be 515. That's probably pretty good. That's as good a ratio as you're going to get. $16.60 instead of $20.60. That's even tighter than me. That's like 4. But that would have worked very well, right? Because we absolutely had. I mean, the cool thing that I think about this 3 variable concept, which is slope, dot, PPD, is that it does give you incredibly high confidence that there will be continuity on the trade for that short amount of time. So you can absolutely, I'm just waiting to see for us to get a setup, but we literally have not even had any kind of a setup at all over the last 10-20 minutes. It's been super, super quiet. The other cool thing is, all of the type of setups that we have, the white dot, green dot, purple dot, red dot, when you have the PPD as your, complementary third variable, it's a really good confirmatory variable. 20 TP is 5 points, 10 points, basically. The problem with the 10 points is sometimes you're going to get the retrace and get clipped out, but it's a good risk reward ratio. That's for sure. On those short trades. Okay. Green slope, green dot, PPD still stuck in range. We need some expansion here. Maybe we get a trade. Can a brother get a trade here? Wow, man. It's not available yet, Pierre. I have to. I'm going to be releasing it probably tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday, right? Tomorrow is the PPI day. We're going to trade live tomorrow. It's going to be a good time to release it. We have the FOMC day. This is going to be a perfect day to release this. So I will publish it tonight for everybody. And as I said, everybody who's lifetime, I'm going to try and onboard by today, and then everybody else, I'm gonna. You guys can fill out the form, and I'll try to onboard you as soon as I can. This is TradingView only, though. If you don't ask me for the wealth charts, I will talk to Rob, and if he's game, maybe he will put the PPD on the wealth charts platform. I mean the ORB on the wealth charts platform. Sorry. How you know that it's published? I will publish it, and then I will email everybody who's in coaching. I'll probably do like an email to everybody who's in coaching to say, hey, it's published. Fill out this form, and I'll enable you. All right. Okay, we're gonna do the super short trade here. If it gives me it's not even giving me the signal. Okay, good enough. It gave me a signal. This is 94. Sorry, let's go to 94. Oops, doesn't look like it's working. 92, 94. Okay, so we're just looking for 5 points here, which it looks like a struggle. In this kind of look at the slopes turned green, turned red against us. It barely can make 5 points. Very interesting how we had this huge move on the news, and then we just died. The price action just really died today. So I can't even extract 5 points out of this thing just yet, but we'll see. We'll see how it trades. Which is why it was so challenging to extract 20 points. Look at that, just totally turned around. Totally popped down on us. Just chopped, literally, we had the PPD come in and just totally chop. We really haven't. This is pretty wild that we've basically been a 10-point trade during New York 10 to 11 hour. Very unusual, but that's what happens. Markets don't always, that's what makes markets so much fun and so much painful. Not every day they're going to follow the same pattern that we always follow. Oops, sorry. Let's switch to gold. I don't know why it switched to gold. Okay. Nope. This is it's gonna bleed out a little bit on the downside. Yeah, could not even get the 5-point move here, guys. Oh, I'm sorry. Why is this doing it? I think I'm hitting the space bar. Just look at how tight this is. It's a 88 to 70. It's a 10-point range. What am I, 86? All right. Ooh, I got to go, guys. I'm so sorry. I got to run. I'll see everybody tomorrow for live trading. Everybody have a great day, and I'll see you tonight for Asia, okay? Take care, guys. Bye-bye.